So I had created this database for you guys, cc underscore profile underscore db.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe the name is changed. What was mentioned in the LMS name was different. So maybe I'll try with this.
Okay. Did I mention a wrong name in the LMS?
It's different. It's credit underscore cards underscore
Profiling underscore
profiling
CSV.
data. Yeah.
Then CSV.
We have created our own Pratik, but yes, it is taking too much of time. So I have just kept, I did it like 1,000 line item something. It was just for learning purpose, so I kept it like.
Okay.
So I was wondering if we are working on it today. So we are not with the files right ready.
Okay. I mean, but you can easily connect with the. Just give me one second.
This one, the new one you have created, right?
Yeah, I mean, let's connect with this database called as cc underscore profile underscore db.
Okay, Pratik.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Patish, I was just practicing and I'm not able to create a new column while I was working on this table.
When you
of
were
the
working
student.
on which table, Ashish?
On student table.
Okay. Just copy paste your command here in the chat window.
Okay. Just hold on. I'm on other system. Let me do that.
I think while you were uploading, there was an option, something byte. What was that option?
While I was uploading, I had an option. What?
In a drop down, some bits, you have changed it from Latin, from something to Latin. What was that?
Give me a second, huh? No, sorry. I'm in a. Okay. So you're talking about. You're talking about. You
Yes,
talk about this encoding, right?
Yes.
Remember,
yes.
we discussed that. We discussed that. Sorry, somebody's background noise is coming. Is it from? Okay, no worries. All right. So, Naveen.
Faisal decided.
Oh, Faisal. Naveen, can you go on mute? So, Faisal, if you remember, we had discussed that I mean, a lot of times the data that we're trying to import may have some non-English characters.
Okay.
Right? And when you increase the encoding to Latin, then what happens is that we are saying that please read and understand the non-English characters as well. I mean, please, basically, we are trying to say that please read and understand all the Latin characters. And Latin character includes, a lot of European languages characters as well as English as well. Do you understand, Faisal, what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
So this way, the chances of errors, right, while importing the data reduce, but the speed decreases.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hey Pratik, Naveen here. So Pratik, I am not using my Pop SQL at all. I'm just using my workbench, and all the files which you've said to upload on the workbench I have did with the new database name.
Sure.
Do Is it required to use Pop SQL?
No, not necessarily, Naveen, at all.
Okay.
It's just a client, it's like, if you are good in Chrome, you're comfortable in Chrome, go ahead and use Chrome.
Okay.
Don't use Internet Edge, right? There are a little bit of advantage, disadvantage in all the.
Of course, yeah.
Pratik, I have a kind request from you
Hmm.
that whatever queries you're writing here in the class, can you upload that on the LMS as well? Because what happens after a few days, then we just get forget. I mean, either we write down as you are writing.
No, Sanjeet, but I
there.
do upload all of them. In fact, I preload them.
Okay, I had found earlier few days, yes, but from last 2-3 year classes, I
Hmm.
couldn't see it on the LMS. Are
Oh,
you
really?
still doing it, or
No,
shall I?
no,
Okay,
no.
I'll
I
recheck
will
it.
get it checked. Chanchal, let's check it. If we missed any of these scripts from any of the classes, yeah.
Yeah, Pratik, I will make sure
can you
that I
please
will pass
check
on this message.
my command?
Yeah, so if you can tell how to rename a database today again, because I missed on it, I'll note it down right now.
Okay, I understood. Okay. Rename a database or Sanjeet, rename a table?
What happened, I renamed a database, right? But I wanted to put my name on it. I just forgot to write it on that time. So is it possible to rename a database? Or do
No.
I have to create a new
Yeah.
database and drop the earlier one?
Database, yeah, my SQL database server does not allow you to rename a database. That's the only thing that it doesn't allow.
Okay. So I have to create a new one and delete the first
Drop.
one, or let it
Yeah,
be
yeah.
there like that.
Drop the first one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Pratik,
Sure.
I have a question on that asterisk marks, that's a wildcard character. There is a question which contains only ABCD, and you have given solution as well, where I have done that. But apart from that, we can write in the other way as well. So when I Google it, what is the role of asterisk? It just tells
Not asterisk, percentage.
no asterisk. I have query on asterisk, not percentage.
We haven't done asterisk, I think so.
You're talking about like and not like, right?
No, anything that contains only A, B, C, D.
Like this.
No, not that. Again, go on. We have. There are so many queries. It took hours of running all the things. So I've done that. That's why.
Acha.
It's in 16th query, I guess. The
Yes.
assignment you have shared, it's in 16th query.
Yeah, assignment or in this as I just want to understand that wildcard character asterisk. So what does it does? It matches preceding something like that. It does that. You have answered as well, but when I'm there another way of doing that, and it's giving the same result. So I didn't understand what's exactly the role of that asterisk.
We will have a discussion on it for that thing. In the last class, we had a discussion on like and not like, right?
Yeah, these
Right.
parts, everything is clear.
We had a discussion on like, not like, and we had a discussion of percentage and underscore operators, right?
Yes.
But in my questions, I had also given you some questions on regular expression, and I think I gave the solution also, is it?
Most of the times we already have the solution, yes.
Yeah. So yes, so I gave you something called as regular expressions also for advanced
That we
pattern.
have covered, yes.
No.
That we have not covered.
Okay. So
That is what we will cover today to start with. Okay. And there we will actually understand the role of the other wildcard operators. Okay. Now, so, first question, I have received assignment from some of the folks, but most of the folks have not submitted their assignments. So is there any help that you require that, we should extend to anything that you would want me to cover, or I can also assign Chanchal extra hours for you guys.
So Pratik, Naveen here. I did all the assignments. I just wanted to know how to submit because I missed a couple of classes during the starting phase.
Just email to genpact@bproschool.com. We have created a special email for Genpact.
I mean, email, you mean to say the coding which I've done on the workbench,
Yes.
or what do you want
Yeah,
me to email?
yeah. Just copy that into a Word file and just submit that.
So I'll be mailing to Vinay because my emails will not go to any other domain.
Okay, you can email it to Vinay. Vinay knows how to email it to us.
Yeah, send it to me. I'll send it.
And I think one more thing. Can you please send the assignment according to date wise, because we are not able to fetch? Means somebody has we have a difficulty to check. Means date wise, can you upload that
Me also.
whole
Pratik.
class work? Like Ishani does name the file as date. Particularly on this date we have done this work. So can you do like that? That will be easy.
Yeah, yeah. So
What
will
I
check
was
it.
what I was asking initially, you can upload
No
the
problem.
work.
We will. I thought my LMS, my course was designed structured like that, but I will again check it. Okay, I will
Because
again check it, and then if it is not
because
assigned like that,
we have to check each and every file on which date we have done this, because we are not able to see date wise. Means Ishani date name the file as date, on this date we have done this particular
no
thing.
problem. No problem. If it is not so, I will get it named like that.
Okay.
Definitely.
Thank you, Pratik.
I will definitely get it named like that. Not a problem at all.
And I have a query I have sent to you on the chat. You have sent.
Yes. Give me a second. Sure. I will get it checked. Yeah. Okay, so the dates are not mentioned. I see. Okay, session 3. Okay. I will get it rectified so that it comes like the dates are also mentioned. No problem. I will get it rectified like that. Okay, so the question is, one of the questions that somebody has asked, Ashish has asked is, so Ashish, what is the question? You've given me a script. Are you not able to run it, or what is the question?
Looks like from the code, I think he must be getting truncated error. I think error 1, 2, something.
No, error would be the fact that he's not allowed to update it because he might not have done the last step first. Ashish, are you there? Ashish? Ashish, you there?
Sorry, I am talking on mute. Sorry. I'm talking on, sorry. Yes.
Yeah. So you've given a question, in the chat window. You've given a script in the chat window. Are you getting an error in it?
Yes, I'm not able to create a new column. It's not creating a new column. But I had checked the table.
Which statement allows you to create a new column, Ashish?
Alter or update?
Alter statement. So where is the alter statement here?
Okay. So I'm running with alt update, I think. So I'm a little bit confused with that.
No. So to create a new column, statement is alter, right?
Okay. Instead of update, I have to put alter there, right?
No, wait a minute. Understand the steps, okay? And so the step is, first create a new column. Let's say in this case, the new column is app date with date data type.
Okay.
Enough. Second step is then update this column by translating the application date text values to date values by using string to date function, right? So to create the, to do the first step, the command is alter table, whichever table it was,
Customer table. Okay, got
customer,
that.
you know, add column app date and date data type.
Okay.
You know, this is the
Mhm.
column. Are you getting a point, Ashish?
Yes, yes, got it.
And then
So
once
I
you have
was
done this, you would have added the column in the customers table, and then you will update customers set app date equals to string to date
Mhm.
application date column, which is the column which contains the date and text values, and percentage d hyphen percentage m
D percentage D, comma, this percentage Y.
you know.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Now before that, because this is updating everything, so we have to allow the update. So set SQL underscore save underscore updates equals to 0. So this will disable the safe update mode, which doesn't allow you to update bulk rows at a time.
Okay, got it. So I'm directly doing not creating a column. That's why I'm getting the error.
Because you've not created a column.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
error must also be saying you the same, Ashish, that that column doesn't exist. Something to that effect.
Yes.
So Pratik, question here. I was doing the same, and setting the SQL safe updates to 0. But even after doing so, I was getting error. The error was error code 1582 incorrect. Sorry, not this one. Error code 1292 truncated incorrect date.
Uh,
While
what
I
is
was
share
doing,
screen, Naveen? What is share screen?
unfortunately I cannot because my workbench is on personal computer. So see,
Achha.
I was using left function as you said, and
If you're using left function, you have to first understand. I mean, first what you have to understand is that how many characters are really there. For example, if
I got that point. I need to start from the first position and to count to left from left to there. How many I need to truncate or cut, right? I was doing the same, but this was not giving me the result. And then I have used sub str function, and that has given me the correct result.
Then you have used what function, Naveen?
Substring sub str.
Substring function and left function are similar. What I mean to say is that, let's say if you have, I'm just taking an example here. Let's say we have, here there is no date, but surprising, where are the table? Where did the data go? Okay, anyway, so the data is not there. Anyway, so what I was trying to tell you was that imagine we have this customer ID. Let's say imagine we have marital status here, right?
Yeah.
So if I say left marital status, comma 3, so it'll give you the first 3 characters from each marital status column.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Now, if you're using substring function, which is like mid function in Excel, Excel, mid also is also there in SQL.
Mid is,
so
mid is also.
Yeah, so comma 2, comma 3. So that means from the second character, extract 3 characters. That means second position, for example, A and I extract 3 characters. So from A extracted 3 characters. Do you understand?
Yeah, so,
Navi?
yeah, so I was using 1,9.
If you do 1 comma
Using
whatever
sub-
you do,
yeah.
so then it'll extract that many number of characters from the beginning.
I did the same for left also. I'm not sure why left is not running on this. Okay,
left
I'll-
में Naveen, in left you will not give this thing because left by default.
yeah, I'll not give. I'll just give the count.
And remember, space is also counted as a character. So count space as a character if there is any space.
Okay, no worries. I'll try again with the left. It's okay.
Pratik, can you explain that applying to betweens, right? Between you have given a question, right? the total marks scored between 70 to 80 and 90 to 100.
No problem. We will talk about it. Don't worry. I had given you guys few extra questions on some of the topics that we had not even discussed because we had a weekend.
And like good students, we had done few of them.
No worries. We will. So this is the assignment that I had given to you guys, right?
Yes.
There were like 16 questions in it.
Okay. What does these red means and the black ones?
Suppose if you had done in the class, then I would have asked you these red ones to do in the class.
Okay.
And
They are
Pratik have requested to, while giving, just mention whether it should be considered as case sensitive or not. Because if it is written in capital M or Y, I will always write as a binary everywhere. Until it is mentioned, I won't consider as it. So
yeah, especially these like questions where P is small somewhere.
yeah, so always just write in a bracket whether it should be considered a case
by
sensitive or
default,
not.
unless it is mentioned specifically,
Yes.
by default consider it to be case insensitive.
Okay.
Unless
capital Y, a small y, everything is there. So of course we have to consider as it is.
I mean, how would my script look like if I just mention it like this? It doesn't look nice, right?
Okay.
I get a point. So unless specifically mentioned, it is it is not case sensitive. I get a point. I'm okay if you do with small p, capital T, doesn't matter. Okay, so in the last session, we had a good amount of discussion on like, not like. We also had a discussion on in, not in. Right, everybody?
Yes.
Yeah. Today, we will have a little bit of discussion on a few concepts. We will have a few discussion on advanced pattern matching. Okay, using regular expression. Some of you guys will get confused definitely here, but still it is something which people should be aware of. Second thing we will also discuss is between, not between, and third, time permitting, not sure. We will also discuss joins, time permitting. Okay. Now, what is advanced pattern matching? If you notice here, let's say in this question that I had given to you, if you look at this question number 15, let's say, it says list the students who do not contain A and R in their names, right? Now, of course, this question can be done using something like this. Imagine if you're using Okay. Use students with BB. Yeah. Suppose if you're using this particular database, and if I say from, what should I write here? From, it says students who don't contain A and R in their name. So there is a table here. Show tables. If we do, there is a table here called
Students.
students, right? So select from students, and then the question says only the people who do not contain A and R in their names. Suppose if we were to write where, so I think in the students database, there is a column here called as full name. So where full name, if I write like, which contains A, so it will be percentage, percentage, and A. This means students whose name contain A somewhere, right? A somewhere. Could be somewhere at the beginnings, could be at the end, could be somewhere in the middle as well. Now, and full name like percentage R, right? But then the question says they should not contain. So hence we will write not like and full name not like. Sorry, or full name not like. Got it? Oh, should be and actually. Yeah, it should not contain both these. I get point. So this becomes like, now if there were 5 characters like this, they should not contain A, R, B, C, D. You imagine you're doing some kind of a search, right? And you're saying that I'm looking for all the products in Amazon repository which should not contain these characters, right? And these characters meaning there is like a list of characters that you have, like 8 or 10 such characters are there, right? Because where do we use these pattern matches? We use these pattern matches to search for something in a large repository of database, right? So if you're searching, then your searching can be elaborate search as well, right? And if you have many characters here, then there'll be a challenge. So that is when we say that like and not like with only 2 operators, which is percentage and underscore, are not sufficient. So then we start exploring for more options for pattern matching, and that is where we will discuss something called as advanced pattern matching, which is also called as regular expressions in SQL. Let me open my Excel sheet so that I can show you a few things. Now, in so regular expression for complex pattern matching. So with like and not like, the two operators that we used were percentage and underscore, right? Here with regular expression, okay, we have a series of meta characters or wildcard operators that we can use, quite a few series of it, which gives us more control over our search algorithms. Or when we're creating the search algorithm, we have a lot more options than just percentage and underscore. Now, for like and not like, we used to use the operator like and not like. But for regular expression, we use something called as reg-exp, short for regular expression, reg-exp or r-like, but we'll suggest to use reg-exp. Look at this. From customer where full name reg-exp a comma r, in fact, comma is not required. Let's say AR, which basically means when we put a character list under pair of square brackets, it is considered to be a list of characters. Something called as a list of characters, meaning where full name containing A or R somewhere. Full name containing A or R somewhere. Whenever we give characters here under pair of square brackets, it is considered to be a character list, meaning any one of these characters. Is it making sense, guys? So if I go to the query here, and if I say from student where full name reg exp a comma r, and I run it, do you see this, guys? And if I write not reg exp, then this would mean not containing A or R. So how easy it becomes if you compare this query with the query that we wrote earlier here, right? Not containing this and not containing that. So it became like a problem. But here, it's very easy, right? I mean, if you have more characters, you can just put those characters here. This would be not containing these characters, any one of these characters. Is it making sense, everybody?
Yes.
Pratik, could you repeat it once again?
Yeah. So Shikhar, when we say full name reg exp and under square brackets here, do you see this, Shikhar?
Pratik.
Yeah. This
Yes.
basically means full name containing any one of these characters. So this is treated as a character set. When you put the characters inside pair of square brackets in a regular expression matching query, then the characters that you mentioned here are considered to be a character set, like individual characters. I get about Ashish.
Yes.
Can you give a more examples?
Sure. Imagine you're looking for names which contain capital A or R somewhere, Vivek, right? So as we discussed last time, what we will do is that we will just use a keyword here called as binary just after where, but before we write the field name. The moment you use this keyword binary, then the search that you do here, like the search that we're doing here, becomes case sensitive search, right? This basically means we're looking for students whose name contain capital A or capital R somewhere. Vivek.
Okay.
Capital A or capital R, right? But because of this binary, it has become case sensitive.
Okay.
Now, names that start with A or R. Now, here in regular expression, for starting and ending, we have these characters, upper cap, and for ending, we have dollar. What it means is, look at this. Full name regular expression starting with A or R. Now, Vivek, look at this. Suppose if I write starting with V, this basically means any name that starts with character V. After V, there can be anything.
Okay.
Right? And if I write start with P, that means starting with P and starting why? Because of this upper cap.
That means this symbols denote to start.
Absolutely. This is start.
Okay.
And if I write dollar at the end, that basically means any character that precedes dollar, right? That means ending with A.
And by using this regular expression, we can give them multiple options. Starting with A, starting with B.
So
Like that.
Pratik, is percentage is same working like that?
If you compare with
Yes,
our
what is
like and not
difference?
like thing, Vivek,
Hmm.
then it will be like this. Full name like percentage A. This will also give you the same result as this. The difference is here we are using regular expression. So we write something ending with, we write it like this dollar, and then any character that precedes dollar would be the character that this string will end with. Vivek. I get your point, Vivek. And here, when we write percentage, that means percentage can be replaced with any number of characters. So it's like saying before A, there can be anything. Do you understand, Vivek? The two
Okay,
methods are
that's
completely different to each other.
means if the A is placing on the second letter, so can be showing us, huh? Right?
Which one? In this one?
No, so percentage. Percentage means getting
That
all A wherever.
no, this means
First place on last place and
no, this means
yes.
before A there can be anything.
But
In other
Pratik, the
words,
result will be
this
same,
means,
right?
yeah, the result's the same. This means ends with A.
Ends with A, and same expression is here also. So
I get your point, Vivek.
a little bit.
I think somewhere in the website which you have mentioned, right? W3 school, somewhere I had seen that if we have to write first letter starting with the first letter, right? So there it was written square bracket, say A, C, and S, and square bracket close, and this percentage sign, which says start with these letters.
Yeah, then they must have used nay.
Like.
Nay. Can't be. Can't be. The square brackets are not used with like and not like. They're not.
And they have used for non-like square brackets, exclamation, ACF, and square bracket close, and percentage in case of like.
Okay. Sanjeev, where also it differs a little bit is, I'm not sure which database it must have shown you the query for. For example,
These are not the exercises which I was trying to do yesterday.
but where did you find that? I mean, I would be very surprised if they would have done this.
It was in the exercises, like if we click on on the left side, they give exercises on each topic, one or two exercises. So I was doing all the exercises anyhow, but some in certain likes statements, they have mentioned this syntax. So I wanted to ask you also, like, is it what is it?
That's what I'm saying. Look at this, Sanjeev. Wild characters in MS Access.
Okay.
I get a point. The wildcard characters in MS Access differ from the wildcard characters in MySQL.
Okay.
I get a point what I'm trying to say. So,
so I was doing the exercise for SQL, but the answer which the website was giving was, I think this.
Yeah. See, what happens is here, the underlying database, I forgot which underlying database they are using here, but our underlying database is, remember, our underlying database is MySQL. And in our MySQL, what happens is,
Okay, that can be used in this way, using percentage.
so that's what I'm saying, it cannot be.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. In MySQL SQL, with like, we cannot use open and closing square brackets. Okay.
Okay.
Now, you see what happens in SQL Server or in MS Access. In MS Access specifically, we do not have a concept of regular expressions. So there, like and not like itself has many characters. I get point.
Yeah.
So that is why here, like in the wildcard operators, characters supported in like and not like in MS Access are these. So that's how these databases differ from each other.
Got it.
All right. Okay, coming back to what we were discussing, not to confuse you. You see, there is one more general rule that I recommend, or anybody would recommend you, that anything that can be done without using regular expression, any pattern matching searches can be done without using regular expression and with the help of like and not like. You should try and do it with the help of like, not like. Do you understand what I'm trying to say, guys? For example, if this question can be done without using, or this search can be done without using do you see this, guys? If it can be done without using regular expression, using just like and not like, you should try and do that using like and not like only, because like and not like operator queries are much faster than regular expression queries. Is it making sense? But having said that, you should be aware of regular expression syntaxes as well. Aware, that means it doesn't have to, you don't have to really remember them. I frankly remember them specifically for MySQL and Access, just because I coach a lot as well. But when you are using them, it's not necessary that you'll use all these wildcard characters which are actually over here every day. I get your point, what I'm trying to say. So there are some wildcard operators that we end up using very regularly, and some wildcard operators you actually end up using rarely. So for that purpose, I say that, you should be aware of how they work, and then you can always Google as to how how they can be used. Okay. Now, names that end with A or R. So here, if you notice, I've put a dollar, which means end with, and just before dollar, I've given a character list. That means ends with A or R. Okay, with the help of regular expression. Names containing R as the third character. Now here, in regular expression, we have something called as a dot. Look at this, single matches any single character. This dot would match any single character. So what do you think will happen here? Names containing R as the third character, what will happen?
Two dot then R.
Two dot and then R. But starting with two dot and then R. After R, there can be anything. Starting with two dot and then an R, and then after R, there can be anything. Okay,
in like will be underscore R.
In like will be underscore R percentage.
Yeah, percentages.
Names that have R in the second position and A in the last character. Now this becomes an interesting thing. R as the second position and A as the last character. Now there are two ways to do this. One way is that R as the second position. So what should I write? R as the second position for this one.
Dot
First
R.
gap
Dot
and
R.
R.
But
Dot R.
Starting with first,
Keep it
starting with sign. Then-
Yeah, starting with dot R. Right? After R, there can be anything. And A as the last character. So what should I write?
$8.
$8.
$8.
$8. Is making sense? Second position should be R and ending with A. Got it? Now, just to confuse the hell out of everybody's mind, I will also show you another method of doing this. Huh? But this is pretty confusing. This is advanced level pattern matching. Okay. And I can tell you regular expression in general in Python, in SQL, in C language, in Java, wherever you use regular expression, in general, it is not very, very easy to understand. And here I'm going to even further complicate it by saying where full name regexp. Now, starting with dot R, right? Ending with $8. That means ending with A, right? But in between this, what can be there?
Any number of
Anything?
characters.
Anything.
Any alphabet,
Any
right?
of them.
Any alphabets. So what I will do is that I will write A to Z, A hyphen Z, which means any alphabet between A to Z. When you write hyphen here, that means it's a range A to Z, right? Now, if I simply write like this, starting with dot R, that means the second character is R. The third character can be any one character from A to Z. And then the fourth character has to be A. That means the end has to be A. So that means we are restricting the size to 4 characters only.
4 length, yes.
Are you getting point, guys? Did you all understand what I just said?
Yes, but how will that function work in case of more than 5 or 4?
That's what I'm saying. So this will ensure, this will restrict the length of the name, full name characters to be a string to be 4 characters only. The first character can be anything. The second character has to be an R. The third character has to be anyone between A and Z. And the fourth character has to be A, right? But if I want to say that A to Z, this character set A to Z can repeat n number of times, 0 or more times. Did you understand, Faisal, what I'm trying to say?
Yes. So any extra word?
For that, we write asterisk here. And when we write asterisk along with the regular expression, that means the character preceding preceding asterisk could repeat 0 or more times. See here. This asterisk means matches the preceding character 0 or more times. Did you understand, guys? This means 0 or more times.
Yes, Pratik.
Shouldn't that asterisk should also come in front of the starting bracket?
Here? No,
Yes.
it's preceding.
Okay. So
Matching
the
the
first, second
preceding
character.
character.
Oh, preceding. Okay.
Go ahead again, Faisal.
I got it. I really get confusion. Asterisk from Excel.
Yeah. Sure. Is this making sense, everybody?
Yes, Pratik. This is understandable.
Yeah, but this is the most complicated kind of an expression that you may end up creating using regular expression. If you end up understanding this and creating something like this by yourself, then you can say that, yeah, yes, kind of mastered a regular expression.
It seems easy when you're doing it. I don't know how.
Because, you know, what I did was that I broke it down into pieces, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we said starting with, you know, second position R and ending with A. So that was done. And in between that, A to Z can happen 0 or more times. When you think like this, it becomes easier to create the syntax for matching the regular expression. Otherwise, if you think of the entire complex thing right from the beginning, it is not that easy to master it.
So Pratik, you have given example for ABCD. You can go down in this one. I think there will be. I think you have given. So I understood that part. But in that very expression, we don't need to write 2 times. I thought so because the answer is even same. Can you go down? I think you ABCD part that you have already given. I think in this one. Yeah, just go down to, yes, think you have given, yeah, this one. So here I felt ABCD in the square bracket. Why? I mean, like, yes, ideally
So
it
I'll
should
tell
be
you
written to,
what this question is first, just to let everybody understand what this question is about. This question is about names that contain only A, B, C, or D. I get a point. That means the name should not contain any other character. I get a point, everybody. Is it making sense? Now, if you notice here, let me break it down. Names should contain only A, B, C, D. That means the name should start with what?
ABCD, anything with ABCD.
A, B, C, D. So it could be any one character between A and D, right? Should end with what?
ABCD. Any of the.
Right? So preceding character before dollar should be A, B, C, or D, and succeeding character after upper cap should be A, B, C, or D. And in between them, what could happen?
ABCD only.
A, B, C, D, and asterisk.
Yeah.
I get it, Shweta.
So please, can you run this? I want to say here one point. Run this. Okay. So you have 3 examples, I believe. Yeah. So delete this part, the second square bracket, and then run it. You will have the same because here this is.
I'm saying you're saying
keep the asterisk marks, please. Yeah, just and then run it. I understand the logic, but here, because we need ABCD only. Here in this table, this will work like this as well. Because we just want to match ABCD only, right? So why do we need to write 2 times?
Maybe you're right. Maybe
One
you're
of the
right.
case, I understand it is one of the case, not true for all the query. But
yeah, because we are saying that it should
ABCD.
start with ABCD and end with ABCD, and also in between
ABCD.
also it should contain ABCD.
ABCD. So
You're right.
2 times more, we are just matching with this.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Good.
What, Pratik, if the names should start from A to F, say, how would we write that?
A to
F, and then
in between ABCD.
That's
I get
it. But it's not mentioned what it's ending with. So
no, if the question says that name should not contain any other character than ABCD and should start with any one other character between A and F.
No, the question is just a name starting from A to F. That's it. That's the question.
Oh, okay. So then then that's it.
That's it. Okay. Now I got the logic.
But Shweta, I think that's a good catch, because here we are starting with ABCD and ending with ABCD, and in between also
We
there.
want to be ABCD because it's written only ABCD. It's if it was not the point of only, then I understand the other.
Okay. Now, one more thing. Suppose if you are looking for a pattern, for example, name starting with string MA and or RU, like MA should come together as one string and not a character set. So then you have to put them under pair of parentheses. So starting with MA now. Starting with MA or full name reg exp starting with RU. I get a point. So MA or RU. But to optimize this query further, in regular expression, there is one more alternate given. Okay, and I know, I mean, again, these are some of the things that you really do not need to remember. If you come across while doing it, it's fine. Maybe I'm taking the liberty because some of the folks are a little more inquisitive about this. So here we have used a pipe, which essentially means pipe symbol, which essentially means an OR. I get a point.
Yes.
So starting with MA or starting with RU.
Say it again. What do you call it?
Pipe meaning vertical bar.
Okay.
Pipe. Yeah. This is hardcore C language programming. It has come from C language world, from our computer science classes. But anyway, I mean,
can we use also and symbol?
नहीं काम नहीं करता हूँ.
Okay.
See, these are all open source languages, right? I mean, so what happens is that some good programmer might have written it and a lot of people started following it. So hence it became like a standard protocol. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can now understand that any kind of searches can become pretty complicated as well. Right? And the complication level can be of nth level. There is no depth to it, right? And that is why there is a whole separate vertical in a lot of product-based companies where there are people who only write search algorithms on the basis of these patterns that they create, which just to optimize the speed, find something faster, and so on and so forth. Once I worked on a project with a large mobile commerce company. That mobile commerce company had a database of 30 million, 3 crore SMSs that were sent to a lot of different customers. And those SMSs they had sent on behalf of their clients. For example, their clients were LIC, HDFC Bank, Jet Airways, Tanishq Jewelry Company, First Cry product, baby product company. Maybe can you go on mute? Sorry. Yeah. And the project was that from those 3 crore SMSs that were sent to different customers from different clients, they wanted to figure out if they could filter and get those high profile customers who have high premium who are paying high premium to LIC, who have also purchased baby products in First Cry, and who have, by the way, also purchased some specific amount of jewelry from Tanishq, and who had also flown in Jet Airways in the last 3 months, at least 4 times, right? So we had to write a search algorithm using SQL, I mean, using a regular expression, which would actually fetch all this information from the SMSs sent to different people, right? You know, because when you get an SMS from, let's say, if you booked a flight on Jet Airways, you would get an SMS from Jet Airways saying that, okay, this is your flight and this is the amount you paid. If you buy something on firstcry.com, you'll get an SMS that you bought this. If you have paid a premium to LIC, you get a message from LIC that you paid this. But all these are SMSs sent to the customers, right? And these SMSs come to us customers through these mobile commerce companies, right? And so they have a database of all these SMSs, and they wanted to use that database to, you know, create a lead generation campaign and figure out those high profile customers, and then send them, you know, I mean, sell that data to their other clients. So there, you know, we had to devise a lot of these search algorithms, but because the data was huge, 3 million, I mean 30 million SMSs, so we had to be also very careful about which query would be the fastest query to run. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, search algorithms can become complicated as well, guys. I don't think we'll have enough time to do anything else. But so what I want you guys to do now is, I mean, between today and tomorrow, if you have not already, please try and do all these questions which are given over here in this assignment. In not like, okay, I mean, I'll just take the liberty to explain between and. If you guys are okay, we'll take this 2 minutes. Are you guys okay with it?
Yes,
So they have an
Yes.
assessment.
Oh,
I'm sorry to interrupt. They have an assessment right now.
that's fine. Just give me 5 minutes, Chanchal.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
So what is between and? It's a very simple concept. Say, for example, if I write suppose MTest is one of the columns here, which says physics, mathematics MTest between 90 and 100. So this basically means all those students who scored between 90 and 100 in mathematics test. And here 90 and 100 are part of the 90 and 100 are part of the range, guys. I get your point.
Okay.
Between 90 and 100. Clear, guys? And similarly, if I write not between 90 and 100, that means less than 90 and greater than 100. That's it. Just like how we talk about, you know, this in English, this is how we would write it as well. MTest between 90 and 100 and MTest not between 90 and 100. Is this clear, everybody?
Yes, Pratik.
Yes.
Okay, then all the best for the assessment, guys.
Pratik, you need to tell that also. What M test between 70 and 80 and 1900? How it will use
70 and 80 or
Actually, Pratik, question doesn't specify whether it's some text or p-test.
so then, you know, what you can do is you can take the combination, you can find the average. You can do something like this just to make it a little more fun.
Yeah, even I got confused, but I did it for M test only.
That's fine.
Can we use alias?
I mean,
No, you can't use alias.
Okay.
Can't use alias. You'll write as AVG.
We cannot use this and okay. It will be well.
All right. All right, guys. Then what I want you guys to do is please do work on these questions, guys. And tomorrow's class is going to be extremely important, guys. Please don't miss tomorrow's class because we will also discuss joins. Working with multiple tables using joins is going to be an extremely important topic. So please do not miss tomorrow's class at all. See you guys tomorrow and have a good assessment, guys. All the best.
Thank you, Pratik.
Thank you.
Thanks. See you.
So can I request you to stay for like 5-7 minutes in case they have a doubt?
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Thank you, sir. So the quiz link has been posted on the chat window.
Can you also please send it to us like on